Hello everyone, welcome back to the Ritual Flow. For today's reading, we're doing a you and them reading for the sign of Capricorn. So if you are a Capricorn sun, moon, rising, or any other placement you're feeling called to take a look at, then these messages are for you. Please keep in mind this is a general reading, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Don't try to force something to fit if it's not matching your situation or what you feel intuitively. This is a timeless reading as well, so whenever you're seeing it is the right time for you to receive it. This type of reading splits the energy into two separate sides. I'll be reading this side over here on the left as you, Capricorn, and this person on the right is who is connected to you energetically. We are just reading energy here, though, so if you resonate more with the other side, feel free to reverse roles as needed. Okay, so we'll read the light and shadow attributes of these archetype cards and see what comes through in the energy. So, Capricorn, you are coming through as the servant. The light attribute is delight in serving others with a free and loving heart. Shadow attribute, using lack of money as an excuse to not move forward with life. Yeah, so what I'm getting off of this is being in a space of being a servant to like external sort of influences. I don't know. It's not so much it doesn't feel so much like a delight in serving others, so much as serving others feels more like the excuse for not moving forward. Like some sort of attachment, like wearing this mask of like being this loving person, like being there for others. But it's like all of that the external goings on there is like a distraction for not doing what's necessary to like be in service to yourself. It's like there's this attachment to the external as a means of avoiding the internal, like making this show on the outside, this presentation of like this offering of all of this generosity, this loving energy. And then like doing all that is this avoidance of spending time getting to know your true self and what it is that you want, what would serve you. It's like a space of always being there for others and not being there for yourself. And others not either, because it's like this disconnect from who you truly are. Okay. So this person here is coming through as the divine child. The light attributes, inner innocence, purity, and redemption suggests a special connection with the divine. Shadow is an inability to defend oneself against negative forces. This community card is clarifying this archetype for this person. This person does have a special connection with the divine. And part of that is like this person's like purity and innocence makes it difficult for them to recognize always There's like a big energy of like giving people the benefit of the doubt and like seeing the best in others, seeing the light in others, regardless of what energy that they're like acting with, like seeing the potential of people rather than the reality that they're living, or seeing beyond their reality into their potential and like holding to that. But that like putting them at this vulnerability for people who are like not acting in light. It's like there's a message here about this person like having a community of people who are like in a positive energy, but like also having people in their life that are not, that are some of those negative forces that need to be defended against. It's like it feels like the people are like intermingled among one another, so that it's like it's difficult to spot like who's genuine and true in this person's life and who's like a snake in the grass. It's like some people love this person because they see this light in them, and other people feel some sort of like animosity, some sort of resentment toward it. This person just like generally has to be careful of the company that they keep. Okay. So let's pull some tarot and see a little bit more about what's going on with each of you and what this energy shared between you is. Yeah. You're in this space of like breaking your own heart by giving so much to everything around you and not like loving on yourself. You're acting out of this illusion that like you're fine, that you don't need this love and attention that you are like bestowing upon others, like with your interactions with all of this external energy outside yourself. But the challenge for you is here is that like you're not happy living this way. Like you find yourself unhappy, and it's like in an effort to ignore that, it's like you bury yourself in like things that you do for other people. It's like that's like part of this identity that you wear. But the way that you're presenting this, the way that you're behaving in this situation, it's like it's not a collaboration, it's not teamwork, it's not, there's nothing to celebrate here. It's almost like you have this energy of like celebrating, what's that, I don't know, there's like a phrase or something where people like value like overworking, like working oneself too hard. Some of that energy of like it's almost this energy of like feeling like if you give any focus and intention like to yourself, that that's somehow wrong, because like you could be using that for for someone else. It's almost this like guilt surrounding caring for yourself and like busying yourself with like attending to others. But like like no one is attending to you. And that's where the source of pain is. That's where the source of unhappiness is. Like giving so much, being so much for everyone else, and like not no one being that much for you. This is something that you're like reflecting on, looking for guidance about. So yeah, you're like turning inward to sort of address this within yourself, to get a look at like who you really are, what your situation is and what it can be, looking at your own thoughts, your own behavior. Okay, this is interesting. Okay, so this person, like something is coming to an end with this cycle of betrayal, where like this person's exposure to these like people that don't have their best interest in mind. This is something that they like have a lot of stress, a lot of grief over. Like dealing with people who want to bring negativity into their space, into their field. It's something they worry about a lot. About like whether they're being too kind to someone who's just going to betray them. They want to end this cycle of like dealing with people like being blindsided or misled or done wrong by people who, it's like people who are triggered by this person's light. You are someone who got triggered by this person's light. That's how come like you're sort of like recognizing how unhappy you are doing so much for others and like no one taking care of you. But yeah, this person seems like frequently fearful of getting mixed up with people who carry negative energy, who aren't moving at the same frequency as them, who are not their tribe, or like not their community. This person struggles with like moving on from giving up on people and setting boundaries when necessary. Like this is someone who will frequently give like second chances, third chances, because they see the potential for good that someone has, whether or not that person is exhibiting it in the present moment or not. Let me get one more for this person, please. Ooh. Okay. So yeah, this person is seeing a change, is like leaving something behind. Yeah. This person is like leaving behind that cycle of like having difficulty setting boundaries with people, of like worrying about what other people think when these people don't think about like goodness in mind for this person. Okay, so in the shared energy, okay, now we're getting somewhere about like why these two energies are connected. Because like the beginning of the reading has been sort of like these people, like you and them, like in their own little like isolated world, but you're both wanting a new beginning, like a fresh, like a new journey, a new experience of life. Like you not wanting to be attached to things that are taking you for granted. And like, it's kind of like the same is true for this person as well, but like in a different set of circumstances, in a different way. Like you're both wanting to be able to give feelings to something, to give your heart to something that feels safe rather than threatening. Like you want to give your heart to something without it being betrayed in some way, whether that's like by you or by other people. That's something that you're both wanting to create for yourselves. Okay, let's see. I don't know if we need all of this or not. Okay, so there's a lot going on here. Like it feels like there's a potential for you to like have this in one another. This like offering of feelings in a way that's like you both being a safe space for one another to do that within. But the prospect, the idea of like doing that feels overwhelming because there's this underlying fear of negativity, of things not being like balanced and reciprocal, of things not being kind, things not being pure. Some sort of change in this obstacle is like happening though. But it's almost like the two of you like shying away from this interaction out of fear based on like previous circumstances. But like there's a turning point where there's like truth and clarity about this like inner conflict that you're each having about like your fears versus your desires. Because there's a desire for commitment and stability, happiness, freedom, but there's this fear of like loss and lack and like not receiving those things when you give to and invest, like anticipating receiving that. This is something that you're both reflecting on. It's like in this mental aspect currently of like wanting something more, but like staying, like holding back from it because of this concern for the experience you have together, like being a repetition of old cycles rather than actually being the new experience that you both want to have. Okay. There is like a a very positive possible outcome here for you to have this sort of vibrancy, this courage and confidence together, like within this connection. This is like a very warm connection, a very like loving and nurturing experience where each of you is allowed to be like independent and free spirited, most importantly, like rather than experiencing some rejection of yourself, or like being taken for granted, or being neglected or misrepresented in some way in a connection. Because I don't know, something about this community energy, like it feels like the negative energies around this person have like a lot of gossip. And you sort of just feel this burden of this responsibility to give to something and like not leaving anything for yourself. Okay. So yeah, the card coming out for you is co-create. It's like this energy of being with someone that you can actually create with, that you're not in this role of being the one who does everything, and like nothing comes back to you. If that makes sense. Because like the servant is always doing for others rather than like collaborating with others. This element of collaboration is missing from your life. It feels like everything is on your shoulders, and that like pressures you into being like attached to this like version of like responsibility for yourself. It's not exactly true to who you are. Yeah. And this person is transitioning to like this new phase of life where they set boundaries and are like keeping people out of their space and energy field that like don't have their best intentions in mind. Like this person is elevating, and those types of elements will be falling away from this person's field, so that like they're left with this new like supportive element of community, like a higher vibration, and their environment reflects that because of like it being with this internal change and like setting boundaries, not worrying about what other people like say and think and do in their direction. Yeah, and there is a big aspect of growth here for the two of you together. Like, yeah, there's some fears based on past experiences, but like those experiences have prepared each of you to come to this space and like find something different, find something like prosperous and beautiful between the two of you. Like blessings being bestowed. It's like you had to be pushed to the edge of like what wasn't right for you and your individual circumstances to be able to like have a clearer picture of like what your happiness looks like, what something positive for each of you looks like, and to find this home in one another this alignment of ideas, of perspectives between the two of you, like wanting something similar, like equally giving and lighthearted. That's like an exchange between the two of you. And there's this recognition that that's something that you can have together when you release these like fears and illusions surrounding like your own individual behaviors in conjunction with like the behavior of other people that you've interacted with in the past, versus like how this experience is different with this person. Okay. So if this reading resonated, give it a like, comment down below, share it with someone, subscribe if you've not already done so. Thank you for letting me read for you today. If you are interested in a personal reading, you can see how to do that below. And I will see you later. Take care, Capricorn.